How are we doing, everybody? Good afternoon. We are in Arcadia. No, we are not in Arcadia. We are in Cesena. So Cesena is one of these Italian cities that you don't really hear about. And at the same time, they have a very unique football scene, you know? The fan culture here is superb. Look at this message from Brescia. If I'm not mistaken, Brescia have a friendship with Cesena. Tomorrow, Cesena play against Pescara. Pescara is in the bottom of the Serie B table, so I don't expect any bad results for the home team. Pescara also have a great support, but I'm not sure at all they will be allowed to visit tomorrow because they recently participated in a brawl against Juve Stabia. It's not exactly straight, that is it? Look at the room, man. It's a room for more people, for a family. But since it's winter, it's for us. And it's very close to the stadium. That's why it's been picked. Okay, let's go out. So the stadium is literally 5 minutes from here. So let's have a look there first, and then we go towards the center and see what it looks like. Let me tell you how I got here. You see, the last time I was in Sicily, right? So I went from Sicily to Napoli. I watched that horrendous game between Napoli and Chelsea, and then I got on a train that eventually brought me here. So check this out. You can actually see the light of the stadium. I'm not sure at all if the Napoli-Chelsea thing will be a video, because I'm not proud at all of what I did, man. I mean, it's you cannot imagine the levels of laziness. I will see. I will tell you the story of Napoli, and while doing it, I will decide if I will include some segments on this video or nothing at all. All right then. So here it is, the Dino Manuzzi Stadium, the Orogel Stadium. So look at it, man. There is a road between us and it. Let's see, how are we going to do this? Oh, there is a bridge. Let's go to that bridge. Weiß-Schwarz-Brigaden. That is the name of one of the ultra groups, which is German. And it means black and white brigades. Yeah, and there's nothing, man. I mean, how can we reach that space? I'm not entirely optimistic that we will succeed in this task. Right, so I'm going back. I will try and see how it works with the other side. So they have this store which is closed. And yeah, this is probably most that we can make for now. We can bang the camera on this iron gate. Yeah, so this part is much more accessible, I guess, and it's behind the curva of the ultras. Looks good, man, I'm not gonna lie. It reminds me of our own stadium, you know, it has a similar double tier construction. Our stadium is more beautiful than this. So look at this, man. Cesena also have this seahorse, you know, like Salernitana. The goodies are in here. This is called piatina, probably because it's so thin and with all the goodies inside. In our case, it's cheese and prosciutto. We need to abandon Italy, man. Italy is the destroyer of diets. Right, so what was all that mumbling about being in Napoli and not telling us? Well, I did go to Napoli. I did buy a ticket to watch the Champions League game against Chelsea, mainly because I wanted to support Napoli against Chelsea. I'm not a very big fan of that team, but it went to hell, as most of you probably have seen. And also I wanted to see a couple of things, you know, that I missed last time because of the flipping crowds during the festive season, you know. I wanted to see two essential things for me, right? One of them was the bloody mosaic of Alexander. Look at Alejandro, staring at the future in despair. I mean, you probably remember from the visit last year how passionate I was about this mosaic. This is a thing that, first of all, it's in all our books. I mean, as a kid, I remember it everywhere, that particular mosaic. And having the chance to see it live is important. But the pesky Italians, I mean, I cannot believe that it takes a year and a half, that's what they told me this time, to finish it. I mean, are they repainting every single little stone or what? And the second thing that I wanted to do is get underground. You see, Napoli has this humongous network of underground tunnels and spaces, which I also missed last time because there was simply no ticket. Such was the demand. And the proverbial doggo barking at us, or not. And those underground tunnels were built or dug by my fellow ancient Greeks, or better said, by the slaves that we were using at that time in order for them to get flipping hell, man. In order for them to find materials to build the city. After that, it was used as a water supply system until one point that one of those European plagues appeared in the life of the Parthenope, and they had to dry it up. And finally, the same place functioned as a bunker during the bombings of the Second World War. Bombings from both the Allies and the Nazis, depending on which side Italy was on each time. The very steps that we used to go down that underground network were the place of a stampede. I mean, people died out of panic because of those bombings, you know? And all those writings on the wall, Mama, Aiuto, you know? Or even the story of the little monks, those pesky little thieves that were using the tunnels and the various exits to pop up at night in your house and start messing with it, you know? Anyway, so I went, but I literally cannot believe what I got from this visit. So I'm not going to make a new video of it, but I will show you some aspects of this. So enjoy the next couple of minutes from our stop in Napoli before we come here, and I will see you right after. Yeah, man, look at this. We have a t-shirt. Well done, boys. The thing looks so much better than last year, doesn't it? It was so packed last year. And I have a feeling that at some point they actually closed it for this reason, you know? It's private property, this whole thing here. Check out our guy, man. This is Pulcinella, the symbol of the Neapolitan trickster. And you need to touch his nose to have some sort of luck in life. Look at this, man. The Vecchi Lions. The Vecchi Lions is an absurd group. They have this this incredible song actually about somebody who goes to Mozambique, loses his finger, and it makes an infection. How's that for the anthem song of your ultra group, man? Oh yeah, the finger needs to be amputated in the end. Believe me when I tell you this, I have thoughts, man. I mean, the stand where I was horrendous. Literally horrendous. And I remember it because it was the same stand that I bought a ticket last year for that game against Venezia. Only because the game against Venezia was less popular than this one, it felt normal, you know? It felt like I was with locals and... But this time, man, I mean, what kind of people go to that place, man? Let's just say that the experience was not the best. And I want to add here, the team lost, right? It is despicable that you, as a visitor of the stadium, and I mean the people who go to that stand, you sit with the scarf of your team, which is not the scarf of Napoli, and you make selfies. I mean, literally in the stoppage time, right? You have to have some respect for the pain of others. Otherwise, this is how us turistas get a bad name, and people start writing on their walls against us. Oh yeah, this man, Cesena, has portici. Let me tell you this, this is a very walkable city. And although I think Cesena is not exactly the tourist destination, even in the summer, believe me on this, the past is there, you know? There is a library in this city with books dating back to the 1400s. The Malatestian library. Malatestas, they were the local lords during the medieval times. A library to which we will definitely go. Library and stadium, that's our vibe. I mean, look at that up there, man. Cesena has a hilltop castle. Let's have a look. Oh, a communist party. Look at this. These people have elephants like Catania. Yeah, the long ascent. Look at that view, man. I tell you, I'm not doing it on purpose, man. I mean, this entire fortification here was constructed by the Malatestas. Yeah, it kind of looks close, doesn't it? Let's see, can we see anything? Well, we can see something, but not much. This family, the Malatestas, ruled here in Romagna, but it's not that they were kings or something, you know? They were what the Italians call condottieri. And the condottieri were supposed to be mercenary warlords who would fight wars for the kingdoms that would hire them. Look at this view, man. We have the visions. Now, the thing about these condottieri is that every once in a while they were just too powerful, you know? So they were powerful enough to take over the city or the area that would hire them. And this is what happened with the Malatestas and this here area. Game of Thrones, Romania style. And when I say Game of Thrones, I actually mean it, man. I mean, these Malatestas were not saints. I picture everything: murders, political conspiracies, betrayals, switching sides depending on what's better for them, you know? All the good stuff. Now, the star of the family is a guy called Sigismondo Pandolfo. This guy, man, first of all, brilliant military commander. That should be said. Our guy was a huge... What? I stepped on something. So our guy accused the Pope of being essentially the worst human being on earth. Heretic, tyrant, incestuous, you know. As for the Pope, he actually called Sigismondo an enemy of Christianity. That was enough. Sigismondo fought for Florence, for Naples, for the Papal States. And at the same time, he also fought against all those. What a guy. He fell in love and constructed a church, which he filled with symbols for his girlfriend. I don't remember her name. And at the same time, he became a bloody tyrant. As for the library, it was established by his brother. His name was Novello. So the library is a world heritage, you know, for humanity. So picture those two like this. If Sigismondo is kind of the death metal, you know, frontman, the other guy is the nerd, you know, the guy who goes to the library, studies the books. Yeah. This Novello Malatesta, he essentially wanted Cesena to be enlightened, you know. The library is not a small thing. We are talking about the Middle Ages. I mean, there are no libraries. Books are either in private collections or in monasteries, some of which, to their credit, they are doing quite a good job in translating and transcribing. But that's another story for another video. So Novello Malatesta makes a library for the public. And that's a very big thing, if you ask me, especially for those years. Oh, check it out, the campanile. Let's try and make a photo of this flipping campanile through the trees. So if you do come up here, this is the view. The view will be filtered by the trees, by the ends, unless the castle is open and you can visit, and probably up there is a lot better view. All right, let's go to the library now. What a lovely little square, isn't it? For our afternoon Aperol Spritz, right? What a square! You have the castle and the cafes and everything. Check this out, man! An elevator for cars. This is hilarious. Whoa, yo! Anyway, so here's our library. So look at this, man. We are in the library. They put my coat on because it's they have low temperatures to preserve the books.
He gave the control of the library to two different...
So this is what the thing looks like, man.
They tried to borrow them. Something that the collectors try to find everywhere.
These are printed?
There are a lot of manuscripts too. Related to Buffalini.
To Buffalini, yeah.
Buffalini made this donation, and we have a lot of books about his life, his career, the things he knew.
So what is this Supplemento number 40 del Satana? Satanist book?
No.
Okay.
No.
This is Buffalini.
Yes, it's Buffalini, the day of the funeral.
He was doctor, right?
Yes, he
was doctor.
Yes, doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, this, you know the hydrocephalus?
Yeah.
This used to cause a lot of them, this forceps.
Forceps, yeah.
Incredible, isn't it?
It's scary, but they used it.
These are obviously manuscripts, right?
Yeah. It's from 1543. Look at it. It's one of the first one who describes anatomy.
The skeleton, eh?
The skeleton, yeah.
Oh, oh wow.
Yeah, it's scary sometimes.
Who was it? It was Da Vinci, right? That was collecting all these cadavers
also
to study the thing, right? Yeah, smallpox. Yeah. 1656. So this was essentially the doctor of the times, yeah, right, with a mask.
Yeah.
Which was they put herbs in that mask, if I remember correctly.
Probably.
To block the germs.
Yes.
What on earth is this, man? Sull'Ernia de Perineo. Okay. Nothing suspicious, I guess. Football content. Just look at this weather, man. Let me find a better viewpoint. Look at this. Look at this cheeky bastard of a river. Bloody hell, can you see anything, man? Can you see anything through this rain? This is River Savio, and in 2023 he decided to drown the city, man. The local Cesenati woke up one morning underwater. I actually walked this path from that bridge to the Ponte Vecchio over there, to the old bridge, yesterday, but I had completely omitted to mention this. I actually remember seeing those devastating scenes on the news about Cesena, and I remember the various ultras of the various teams showing their solidarity, you know. Let me clean your visions. So imagine how high the water quantity was in order for this to flood, you know. I understood from the locals that in the space of 2 or 3 days it actually rained the quantity of water that usually falls in 6 months or something, you know. What a thing. What an incredible thing. So, after seeing those stickers outside of the stadium yesterday, I had a look online to check what the friendships are of the Cesena Ultras. So it is indeed Brescia, it is indeed Stuttgart, but it's also Saint-Étienne. I had forgotten about it. Nowadays, from Italy at least, Brescia is mentioned, Mantova is mentioned, and I think Palermo. So yeah, man, what kind of vlog will this turn out to be? It kind of reminds me of Racing against Peñarol. Same settings, right? End of the second video of Timișoara. By the way, big up Timișoara, man. I mean, the way they reacted to the tragic loss of the PAOK supporters, it was pure class, man. Well done to them. The Brigate Bianconere, because this is the Italian name of the ultra group, changed it to the German one in order to honor an Austrian player called Walter Schachner. There was a banner at some point from Bologna, who don't really like them, commenting on this. He was the first foreigner ever to play for Cesena, you know? Interesting, quite nice. Do you remember the Biris Norte got their name essentially from Biri Biri to honor their first black player? Interesting, I like that, I kind of like that. Look at that, defend Cesena. Against what, man? Flipping bad weather. I tell you what, this stadium is even more beautiful at night. So here we are, our sector is that one. So there will be a protest, and the ultras will not enter the sector in the first 15 minutes. And also they will not expose their usual banners. All that because of the fact that the transfer was not allowed for the ultras of Pescara. Cesena has a fucking brilliant support. It's day and night since they entered. And they have a brilliant anthem, man. Something about Romagna Capitale and waking up with a smile. That was phenomenal, man. What a breath of fresh air. And I don't even think that the Cesena fans were in their best mood, you know? But wonderful, just wonderful. Such a pity for the transfer ban of Pescara. Trust me on this, there would have been a totally different beast this game if Pescara would have come, but we definitely need to speak a little bit more about this whole situation. Right. It is truly disastrous what is happening at the moment in the Italian football. And not only the football. Hey, how are we doing? Good morning. Before we finish today's vlog, I want to add this. Yesterday there have been two banners. One from Cesena that were writing how disgusting it is to be in the stadium without the rivals. And the other was from the rivals, from Pescara, who wished a very good health to the rivals, Cesena fans, for their action of solidarity. As for me, I will discuss a lot more on the subject in the next video. Big up everybody, big up Cesena. I hope they promote. They definitely deserve Serie A, man. Cesena is class. I feel a little bit sad that I didn't see all those wonderful banners, you know, of the ultra groups. The Brigade and the Sconvols, the Madmen. Are they still there? Do they still exist? Anyway. But, that being said, solidarity is much more important. So, we will discuss the matter a lot more in the next one. Bye-bye for now.